Hi, welcome to the Cheap Skinks. I was going to say it's a playthrough, but it's not actually a playthrough. This is a Nightingale, where can I find resources quickly type guide, how to find resources in the game. Um, this is not on the character I normally play with offline mode that we're doing the story progression. This is an online character. Uh, Different character that I just happen to be using. As you can see, they are a little bit under level compared to where we're at in the storyline. I have finished Sylvan's Cradle on it, gotten to the next realm, have not finished it. I still need to get, well, as you can see, I still need to get even the observatory open. But this, I had gotten asked about how to find resources, and I kind of just wanted to make something really quick to help people with that. I'm gonna quickly eat some food because I happen to notice that I'm a little bit starving. Okay, so corrupted wood is usually not a problem, especially if you come in at night in Sylvan's Cradle because you can see it kind of glows red. Um, I don't really want to be wandering around here at night, so let me quickly just kind of get over here and get to rest, and then we'll kind of walk you through how to find stuff, how to look, keep an eye out for things. For this initial one, I'm not going to do anything with like um, charms or enchantments to like find legacies or legends or offerings, just to make it a little bit easier to digest and something that kind of can be done anywhere. Usually, I'm trying to find a bed. Usually, you can find resources up on the mountains or along the shores. It's usually easy to do that to find stuff quickly. Uh, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of show a place you can just kind of like run through to collect things, the basic resources for this realm, which actually I do need to go back on my main character because I need to grab a bunch of zinc and copper, and this kind of will help a little bit with that. If you notice on the maps, we have grid coordinates. So like this is C1 over here, C2, C3. So I'm gonna just start us off. I'm gonna run over to F5 because normally I would do this when I zone in, not having to go find a place to rest. I haven't quite gotten a grasp as to how the zoning in works, um, with what is available time-wise. So main resources in Sylvan's Cradle you're going to find is Slate, 10, Quartz. For the plant fibers, you'll find like the Holt plants, ribbon wood, the corrupted wood. You'll also find copper. You'll also get some sulfur, some shimmering, and then there'll be occasional spots that you can find some rare resources, and I'll kind of show you a little bit of that. We may have to fight off. Nah, go away. So we may have to fight off some critters. But like I'm saying, normally if you go around on the side of mountains, you can usually find resources. That rest kind of threw me off. So on F5 over here on the lower side, down here, which is where I was going to head, I kind of had something set up so you can do like a run from F5 to F4 to the Mushroom Cave, to G3, F2, and just collect resources along there as a quick way to find things. For the plants, you kind of just got to look out. So like if you see this, that means you're going to find both the ribbon wood and the Holt fiber down there. All right. So as we're coming in on the F5, you can see here on the side of the mountain, we have copper, which is a level 25, tin, since it's nothing, quartz. And these are the main resources to gather on this. You may find some regular rocks. Assuming people aren't having issues finding like sandstone and stuff. But this cave entrance for E6, check my notes real quick. So inside E6, we should find sulfur, shimmering, amber, magnesium, and coal. So I did check and find these like both online and offline. So let's just go down, check this out real quick. So you have like coal here, which is kind of hard to see sometimes because it's just a black rock, but you can find it. The shimmering is level 25. I'll just hit it so. You got some amber in here. So for these handmade ones, it looks like these resources are pretty much defined both on online and offline mode. They should be here. This level 50 here is magnesium, which unfortunately on this character, I think, yeah, I'm only at tier 2, which is only 33, so I can't actually harvest it yet. But we got some more coal over here. There should be some bears. I must have cleared them out already. I think there was like a boss bear in here. I think these respawn, but I'm not 100% sure. But like the shimmering ore, you can go to the next level. It's the one that we have jumps, Wyvern's Cradle, and you can find, sorry, Welkin's Reach. You can find more of them there. This is usually kind of how you can start up ahead of where you're at is what's in the caves. So actually in the Abeyance realms, you can find shimmering ore in the caves, but you can't get it yet. So after you came up through there, grab that, you can come over here, grab some more. I'm assuming that people would probably be mostly interested in copper, not, oops, need the umbrella. No wonder I'm getting wet. And my food is going out. Oh, I rested. That's why my food's going down. All right, that should be fine. So you can get some more copper. I'm assuming that most people that are coming here are going to go for copper because in the advanced realm you can get tin fairly easily. We got another set of the ribbon wood. I'll go over there and show it real quick, but here's another location on the map that you can get this real easily. So the ribbon wood has this nice twisty pattern. It's level 25. So for the plants, fiber, Holt bloom, it's a level 25. You can use it to make a lot of your cloth armor. Just grab some ribbon wood real quick. So there's a ribbon wood. So if we keep following this down into F6, you can go along the coast. If you want to get like some corrupted wood, you can do that. More ribbon wood, blossoms, which for the items, for the ribbon wood, that gives you melee damage on the wood, injury resistance, and then the blossoms are just adding to your health. Now, mind you, this is tier 2, so if you go to a tier 3 forest type realm, you can get the tier 3 forest, which I kind of suggest you do. But as you're starting through here, sometimes it's easier to make stuff with the lower ones, especially since you can't really get there and you need that extra health to survive. So just kind of run up. You'll find more of it in F6. I'm trying to get back to the coast. But essentially on your caves, not this corrupted cave, this is the mushroom cave. So in there, coal, amber, ore, shimmering, sulfur. You're going to kind of find the same thing for any of the caves. There'll be slightly better resources inside them. So in the other caves, like up here on C6 and D6, C6, you're looking at shimmering ore, amber, magnesium, coal. For the upper one, the lower one, I think I only found sulfur, shimmering ore, and coal. This one here on D6. Oh, sorry, this is the lower. There's another one up in here, which I guess this character didn't find yet. But you're going to find slate, shimmering, zinc, sulfur, amber. That's kind of the resources you're going to find in there. Again, for the plants, just keep an eye out for them as you run through. You should be able to find them sticking up in little groups. It's much easier to find things in the desert realm just because you don't have the plants as much. They kind of stand out a little bit more. So this is the Corrupt Fey ruins. We'll have a bunch of tin. We'll get some copper. All right, so I'm back on F5. As you hear me flipping things, I'm kind of going through my notes. As you follow along this, obviously kind of look along the shores, up on the sides of mountains. You'll find things like slate, tin, copper. So like this up here is slate. So it's just a basic rock. F2, F3. I kind of just, if I'm collecting things, I kind of would just run along here, grab the stuff I need, don't grab the stuff that, It's just going to eat up your inventory. More copper, more slate, tin, quartz. But just following along the mountains and the shore is where I find stuff. Caves always have things. Vaults always have stuff inside them usually. Usually it's kind of like like I said, a level above what you would normally find. And then you do have to go out a little bit more and find rare stuff. So on the maps, you will occasionally come across some super rare ore. Um, Usually when I find them, I write them down into a notepad just to keep track of it. So right now I'm going to run us over to C4. There's going to be some level 100 purple ore there. But you can kind of, as you're looking around, kind of look off into the distance. Again, it's hard to find things in the forest per se because they're broken up. I do need to make records to check and see how things are stored off for like the astrolabe cards, antiquian cards, gloom cards, things like that. I'll put that together later. But since those are, I think, not handmade, they're like random spawn worlds. I can't give you specific directions, but they're probably good to run through, grab stuff that you need. Um, Usually in the desert, you can find things. Obviously, I haven't been here since I just triggered a infestation. Let me take this out real quick. All right. Do still need to keep heading north because I need to get to C4. Another infestation. Yeah, I usually use the axe as my melee weapon. Just I like the way it swings to the side as opposed to north-south. The up and down swing or the pickaxe is better if you're inside a cave. Kind of need to head back to the east a little bit more. All right. So as you're running around, if you see like big rock formations like this, or like trees that just don't match the rest of it, there's some more ribbon wood over there. Go over next to it because you'll find things like this. Obviously, since I couldn't get that level 50, I definitely don't have level 100. But this will be more of like an in-game type resource, so you'll want to come back and get this. Definitely much later in the game. Let me open the map up so you can see I'm kind of right at that border of C4 to D4. And usually find at least one of those per map. I haven't gone through, like I said, the abandoned stuff yet, so, and antiquarian looking for them, or the astrolobes. But usually they're around somewhere, and you can kind of see, hey, here's another one of these. Nice big plant thing over C4, D4. And then sometimes you'll find them clumped together. So there's a nice set there. And then remember how I said, check out the big trees. Sometimes you'll find out they are just nothing, even though it looks like a big tree. I did find a couple of Edwins just by like running around through here. Usually your NPC is good at spawning them because he usually is like chopping trees down and it pisses them off, so they come over and start trying to chop you down. Another good place to find resources for the ore and glass type stuff is wherever there's an aid location. It's usually worth checking out because they usually have whatever is needed for that, and usually you can find some other stuff. So like here's copper. It looks like it's just copper, tin, quartz. My buddy threw me off for a moment. Sometimes you'll find like slate and stuff around them. There are deposits of salt here, so like there's some Holt salt near the lower part of D2. So down in here, actually, we'll run over there just because we haven't done a salt deposit yet. Usually I manage to collect the salt because I'm grabbing something else and I just randomly manage to find it. I would suggest that you always upgrade your axe and your pickaxe first, just to meet those requirements to harvest. Then I would get the scythe. Sorry, it's a sickle because it's one-handed. So you can get the plants. One of the least useful harvesting ones to raise is the knife, just because usually I haven't found anything that gets super high. You do want to get it up above 20 so you can get like bosses and stuff, but it doesn't seem to rise up as rapidly as the pickaxe and axe requirements are. So D2. I hate freaking hailstorms, especially when there's a bunch of banders around. All right. Unfortunately, I just wrote down D2, so I think it's on the other side of this lip. Yeah. D2 lower. All right, so it's regular sandstone. Salt kind of looks more like just a big block. Yeah, it's probably up there. So, like I said, a lot of times you can find stuff easier just by looking around. Okay, if you see this item here, then that is an offering. So there's a good chance this is a Edwin. That's a Holt Edwin. But that's a good place to get Edwin Wood and Edwin Hearts. So up here, got some nice. Oh, I wonder if I made this. I may have made this. So up here we have some nice wood. Should be some fiber. Obviously, I probably have been here. So got some slate. It's probably just 10. After I hit it, I realized that it slate. That looks like slate. Copper. Slate. Slate. The problem is the salt is kind of hard to see sometimes. That's just slate, I'm pretty sure. It's just regular sandstone. Huh. All right, so I think there was some salt here, but I was probably here already and I may have mined it all and it hadn't had time to respawn. For me, I've always had more difficulty finding stuff like the salt, and I think that's a lot of times because I just run by it because it looks like the regular resources. Uh, 10. Little grave. Some slate, copper. Uh, it's probably slate. But you can also grab some stuff just running along the shores. Keep an eye out in the water. You can find coral. There is coral also in the Bands realm. You just got to kind of look out in the water. So here's some over here on the wonderful B2. And again, as you're running along, collecting things, you know, just kind of follow along the shores. You'll find resources located there too. It seems like they drop them off, kind of like the ocean has revealed them. So here's a bunch of copper, some tin. Up on the hill, obviously that's copper. Even though I think a lot of times I go, oh, iron. That's my own misjudgment. I do not know why I mistake copper for iron all the time. But this is kind of just a quick how to look for resources and a little bit of where resources are at in this world. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you like it. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye.